Hey, Belize team. We are less than a month away from our trip, which is crazy. It's always funny whenever you go on missions trips how fast it feels like they just kind of come out of nowhere. It feels like they're so far away, and then all of a sudden you're a month or 3 weeks away, and it's just right around the corner. So, hope you guys are doing great with fundraising. I've seen that I think over half of you have already fully fundraised, which is awesome. For those of you that still need to fundraise, just keep going, keep asking people, messaging them about your trip. People always are looking for a time to donate, and they love especially helping students that are being proactive about their fundraising journey. What I want to cover with you guys right now, though, in this video is just some things to expect for when we travel and have logistics. So I'm going to try and answer, I got a couple questions from some of you guys, and I'm just going to try and answer some of those questions. If you have any other questions that you feel like I don't answer at the end of this video, you can message me. And then the person that we are traveling with in country, his name is Herman, and he is in Belize. He's from Belize, a citizen of that country, grew up there, and so he's going to be our guide with all things when they're there through Belize. So I'm going to try and schedule a Zoom or a Google call with him sometime soon, and then record that so I can send that out to you guys, just so you can get a better picture of what we'll be doing in country. But I know a lot of you guys are curious about you're reading through the packing list and kind of getting ready for what to bring on this trip. And so I just want to give you a little bit of context to that. So first is we are going to be sleeping on the floor. The way Praying Pelican does this is you can either pay, it's like something ridiculous like $45 extra a day, and they will accommodate like luxury sleeping. But I actually much prefer the non-luxury alternative, because what it allows us to do is you kind of get that feel of like roughing it as a team, and really the experience of like we are here serving and learning to make it work, not like, oh, we're constantly being accommodated to. So I love that part of it. But we're going to be sleeping on the ground of a church. And so it is, and I haven't seen the church that we're at. It is a third world country, so it'll be less nice than our church. And there will be outlets and all that stuff. So I've heard a lot of people ask, there'll be outlets to plug in phones. And I don't know about Wi-Fi. I'm going to guess there might be some Wi-Fi, but it'll probably be pretty bad. I wouldn't worry too much about Wi-Fi. But yeah, so we're going to have outlets. We'll have stuff for blowing up mattresses and whatnot. But you will want something to sleep on. Unless you're like, I just love sleeping on the ground, you're probably going to want some kind of pad or air mattress or something that you can sleep on. The best case scenario is to have some kind of like travel sleeping pad that you can roll up really tight, because since we have to have sleeping pads and you guys only get a carry-on, it's pretty hard, if you've never tried to do this, to fit all the stuff that you need for a week in a carry-on, as well as like a full-on air mattress or like a twin-size air mattress. So if you are going to do an air mattress, get the smallest air mattress you can find, and if you can, buy it new and leave it in the original packaging so it stays small. If not, roll that thing as tight as possible. But what's going to be better is sleeping pads, or in the past I've done where you go to like Walmart and you get like a $10 like pool floaty, the ones you lay on, and I'll just leave that in the package and blow it up, and a lot of times just like throw it away at the end of the trip, or donate it or whatever. But so those are some options. We're going to bring 2 or 3 checked bags that everyone can try and fit all their air mattresses in. If you guys have a checked bag that you're willing to lend us for this trip, let me know. I just need, again, like I said, 2 or 3. And then we'll do this. So if you want to put your stuff in the checked bag, we'll do this all the week before. I'll send out a date for you guys where you can come and you can bring your stuff and pack it, because we have to be at the airport at like 4, or we might have to be at the airport at like 3:30. I can't remember the exact time, which means we're leaving from church around like 2:30 or 2:45. And so we're not going to do all our packing and stuff that early in the morning. So we're going to make sure we get it done before. But we will pack it all in a certain bag. And then we don't need a ton. Like, not every single person needs to bring their own pump. But if 2 or 3 of you have like a nice pump, I think we have one from the students that I can throw in the bag that we've used for like rafts in the summer. And so we'll get like 2 or 3 pumps. That way we can all just spread those out and blow up our mattresses the first night we get there. I think that covers sleeping. We're not going to put, so we'll do something for you to sleep on in a check bag, but you're going to want to bring, I would recommend not bring a sleeping bag because they're too large. I would just do like a blanket and a pillow on top of whatever you're going to sleep on. And it's going to be warm, so it's not like you're going to be, you're not going to be like, it might be chillier in the night, but I don't think you're ever going to be like, oh, I'm really cold. Yeah, so, and then other questions are things on the packing list were a mosquito net. I'm not even really sure exactly. Like, I think that's supposed to protect you when you're sleeping. I don't even really know what a mosquito net is. I wouldn't worry too much about that, but just bring something to manage the bugs. They have different things that you can actually spray your clothes with before you leave. I think you like spray it in this, let it sit for a day, and then wash it, and it has like a natural mosquito repellent, or if you just want to do bug spray or the bug bands or whatever. The bugs are there. They're not any worse than like summer in Minnesota, but there still is bugs and whatnot. So just make sure you bring something so that you're not getting bug bites the entire time. Sunscreen, obviously, all that stuff too. Church outfits. I know you guys see that on there. Generally at church services in a lot of South American and Latin American countries, they have like nicer outfits. So you really only need one of those because there's only one day we're going to do church. And it doesn't have to be super fancy. Just something that you look a little bit more like presentable than normal missions clothes, which is like your painting clothes. And that goes for the rest of the missions trip. You can wear stuff that you would use to like get dirty and paint in, things like that. And then, so you just need one outfit for church. You will need to bring a towel. Honestly, like a pullover hoodie will do. Again, we're closer to the equator. We're going to be near like the Caribbean area. So like this is like, it's going to be nice weather. And you're probably not going to want to wear a jacket at all. But in case it does get like rainy or chilly, you might want to bring like a raincoat, just like a thin like layer to protect you from the rain. And then just like a hoodie. Again, we're from Minnesota. It's not like we can, like if it dips down to 45 degrees, we're like, this is like the warmest day in February for us. So we're used to it. With shampoo and conditioner, if you guys want to bring the full, like a giant one, just communicate amongst each other and be like, hey, we're all going to split and bring one big one. And maybe you can even send that in the group text if someone's like, hey, I'm going to bring one big one for all the girls to share, one big shampoo and conditioner, and I'm going to bring one big shampoo and conditioner for all the guys to share. You guys can do that. If not, I honestly, I just always do travel stuff. They're easy to put in your bag, but in case you don't know, I figure most of you know by now, but you're not allowed to bring anything over 3 ounces in a checked bag. So if you're like, I'm going to bring my entire big shampoo, they'll actually take that from you and just throw it away at the airport. So make sure it's under 3 ounces unless you communicate beforehand and go like, let's all just bring one big one for everyone to share when we're down there, or one big bug spray that we could throw in the check bag. I don't remember. So they have something called the Belize dollar. I think a lot of places in Belize, and I'm having a hard time remember this, I think a lot of places in Belize accept American money, especially because they value American currency. So it'll actually go a little bit further there, and they appreciate that. So I think you can just bring cash. If not, they always, and I'll talk to Herman about this and I'll ask this question to him. But if not, they generally have a place where you can exchange. You never, and this is just good rule of thumb for you guys traveling at any point in the future, never exchange your money at an exchange place at the airport. You get the worst exchange rates and they take like a big percentage of money from you. So generally, if you are going to exchange money in a country, find a good place to do it that's not the airport, because the airport is, you're always going to get the worst exchange rate. But I'm almost positive. I remember last time going there, I think they accept American dollars, and you're going to want to bring cash because a lot of the like little different stores will go in and out of. They might accept credit card, but because of the towns we're going to be in, they don't have like readily available credit card machines like we do here. So bring some cash. And then I know a lot of you guys have things that you've talked about for students. You want to bring them like little like trinkets or toys or treats that they can share. And I've said this before, but if you're going to bring them something, bring like 10 to 20. That way you can have like multiple kids share. But things for that would be like fidget toys, things that you'd find in the, like at the dollar store, just like little things that you can kind of share with everyone, like bouncy balls, things that'll just be kind of fun for them to have if you want to be like, hey, I got you this gift. And then treats, like, I don't know, like American gum, I think is something that's cool for them. You can bring like, if you want like certain candy for them. I don't know if the place will go, and I'll again ask this question to Herman. I don't know if they're like, against us bringing like American candy or snacks or whatnot, because I know sometimes that's a treat for kids in foreign countries. Is our candy is full of dyes and has a lot more sugar and all that stuff and whatnot than a lot of other places. So they're like the kids get pretty jazzed on it when we go over there. But yeah, I don't know exactly what their policy is with that. So you guys can bring that stuff. Again, I wouldn't go crazy or go overboard, but just some stuff that's fun to share with the students. Maybe like some pencils, bouncy balls, just things that are easy to share with them, just as a gift. That's like, hey, you mean something to me, and I'm glad we're here. And so we give them, just a little toy. Be like, we care about you guys. And then again, I'm trying to, that's most of the questions I can think of. If there's things that I really said like, hey, you're really going to want this on the trip. It's hard because I always feel like I intentionally underpack a little bit for trips that we go on. But if there's anything that is like, you have to have this on the trip, definitely like a sturdy reusable water bottle that you're okay losing, because there's a chance you might forget it somewhere or lose it. But some kind of refillable water bottle. I know that's kind of dumb and easy, but yeah, and then just something to deal with the bugs, and I don't know. I don't think there's anything that's like, man, if you don't have this, you're really missing out. Make sure to bring, I think it's on there, but make sure to bring swimsuits too. Swimsuits and towels. There's generally a lot of, when we go to have our fun day, there'll be a place for us to swim and whatnot. And we'll bring some extra money for, you get to like snorkel with stingrays. It's pretty awesome. So you get to do that there. Bring some extra spending money. And I think that's everything. And then when it comes to travel for the airport, I'm going to break you guys into travel groups. And what we're going to do is you are going to actually, when we all get to the airport, I'm going to have us actually do this before when we all meet at church, but I'm going to have everyone turn in their passports. And then what we'll do is we'll pass them out and recollect them. So you give them your travel group leader. You're like, why are we doing this? Because I've had enough cases where people are like, I'll remember my own passport, and then they aren't paying attention and it falls out of their pocket on the plane somewhere or something like that. One time we had a girl almost lose her passport, and luckily the plane was able to, we were transitioning, or we had a layover, and the plane was able to hold the passports for us. So just to make sure that none of that happens, we'll collect passports at each place, because you really only need them in the airport a couple of times. So you pass out your passports, give them to you guys, you'll check in, and then we'll collect them all back to make sure that we have them in a secure location so that we make sure you guys don't lose them. Yeah, and I think that's everything. Like I said, if you have more questions, just reach out to me via text, or if you feel like it's applicable to everyone, you can put it in the group thread. And then I'm going to try and get a video set up with Herman where I can answer some of those more detailed questions about what we're going to be doing in country. Well, that's all I got for you guys. And like I said, I'm so pumped for this trip. Can't wait.